Welcome to Omasae, where nature's slow changes are something to be celebrated, not rushed past. In today's video, we're exploring rustic garden ideas that carry their charm gracefully from summer into fall. These spaces don't rely on fleeting blooms or trends. Instead, they're built from textures that age beautifully, materials that breathe with the seasons, and arrangements that shift gently with the changing light. If you've ever stepped into a garden and felt your heart exhale, this video is for you. We'll guide you through natural stone paths that hold on to warmth after sunset, aged wood that deepens in color as summer fades, and simple, timeless accents that make your space feel both grounded and alive. Whether you're tending a cozy backyard or dreaming up a woodland retreat, these rustic touches invite you to slow down and savor the space around you. If you enjoy finding beauty in nature's quieter corners, be sure to like this video, subscribe for more soulful garden inspiration, and share your favorite ideas in the comments below. Let's step into a garden that holds onto summer's glow while welcoming fall's golden hush. Rustic gardens shine when built on the honest beauty of natural materials. Wood and stone, in particular, bring depth and warmth that synthetic materials can't replicate. A weathered bench tucked under a tree or an aged stone border around a flower bed instantly sets a mood, one that whispers of slow mornings and golden afternoons. As summer's greens deepen and fall's russet tones emerge, these surfaces pick up shadows and textures that make the whole garden feel like a living painting. Driftwood, reclaimed lumber, or even broken branches from your own yard can be shaped into trellises, edging, or artful stacks that provide structure without stiffness. Flagstone paths stay cool underfoot in summer and gather fallen leaves like confetti in autumn. Choose stones in earth tones, grays, browns, soft reds, to blend effortlessly across seasons. You can even stack irregular stones to create a rustic wall or edge that looks like it's been there forever. The key isn't polish, it's patina. Let your materials age naturally, and the passage of time becomes part of the design. Rustic gardens aren't about manicured beds or rigid lines. They're about rhythm and ease. The best planting combinations for a summer to fall transition are those that soften the edges and let the seasons layer over one another. Think of grasses that wave in the breeze, perennials that fade gracefully, and shrubs that provide subtle structure. Coneflowers, black-eyed Susans, Russian sage, and ornamental grasses like fountain grass or little bluestem carry rich color and movement from midsummer through fall. You might also include creeping thyme or woolly yarrow as ground covers to weave between stone paths or drift over low borders. Herbs like lavender and sage offer both scent and resilience, while their muted tones feel right at home beside weathered wood and fading blooms. Let some flowers go to seed. Those sculptural seed heads add autumn interest and help local birds. And don't forget your containers. A stone or clay pot filled with soft green succulents or trailing ivy can hold its beauty through the warm weeks and right into the crisp ones. Nature does the blending. You just need to let it happen. Every rustic garden should have at least one spot where time seems to pause. A tucked-away seat, a shaded bench, or even a mossy log that doubles as a resting place. These cozy nooks become more than just somewhere to sit. They become part of the soul of the space. Imagine a wooden bench framed by tall grasses, or a metal chair softened by cushions in linen or faded canvas. Add a stump as a side table, a soft wool blanket, or even a lantern hanging from a nearby branch. In summer, these corners offer refuge from the sun. In fall, they become the perfect place for morning tea or watching golden leaves drift down. Choose furnishings that feel natural: wood, iron, rattan, and let them weather outdoors. Over time, the patina adds to the rustic charm. Surround the seating with plants that sway or rustle: bamboo, tall herbs, even corn stalks in late summer. And don't forget the sensory touches: wind chimes, the scent of lavender, the sound of crunching gravel beneath your feet. These are the things that make a garden feel like a lived-in, loved space. As daylight shortens, lighting becomes one of the most powerful tools in your rustic garden. Forget harsh overheads or glaring LEDs. This is where warm, flickering tones shine. Solar lanterns tucked between plants, string lights draped through branches, or pillar candles set in hurricane jars create an atmosphere that feels magical but grounded. In summer, they extend your evenings. In fall, they offer gentle warmth as the air cools. Use light to guide the eye. Line a path with tea lights in glass jars, or place a glowing lantern beside a log bench. Try repurposing old metal baskets or glass insulators as candle holders. If you have a fire pit, even better. The flicker of flames pulls people close, adding both light and a sense of gathering. Rustic lighting doesn't overpower the garden, it joins it. It reminds you that this is a space to return to again and again, even as the days get shorter. One of the most rewarding parts of a rustic garden is watching it move, not just through time, but through space. Movement brings emotion. As breezes rustle leaves or grasses dance in the wind, your garden begins to breathe. Plan for this by planting in clusters that sway, like feather reed grass, goldenrod, or Japanese bloodgrass. Let vines climb and twist on weathered trellises, or use hanging planters that dip and bob in the breeze. Even dried elements, bundles of herbs, corn husks, or tall seed heads, create a visual rhythm. Add motion through sound, too. A bamboo water feature, a wooden chime, or simply the crunch of stone beneath your feet all create a layered sensory experience. As summer begins to slip into fall, this movement feels especially poignant. The garden doesn't end, it transforms. Embrace this gentle shift, and you'll find that the most beautiful rustic gardens aren't frozen in one perfect moment. They're always becoming. A rustic garden doesn't resist the passing seasons, it leans into them. It lets color fade, textures deepen, and structures soften. It doesn't need bright annuals or plastic decorations to make a statement. The richness comes from things that last: stone paths covered in fallen petals, terracotta pots gathering moss, a vine curling around a rusted trellis. These are spaces that don't ask to be constantly redesigned. Instead, they invite slow layering, adding a new plant, a new bench, or simply observing the change in light. The most meaningful rustic gardens aren't fast or flashy. They are soulful, aged, and full of quiet detail. So whether your garden is just beginning or decades old, allow it to evolve gently. Add things that last. Remove what no longer serves. And most of all, notice what's already there. Thank you for spending this moment with us in the garden. If this video inspired you, don't forget to like, subscribe to Omasae, and share your favorite rustic detail in the comments below. We love hearing how your garden tells its own story, season after season.